All right, welcome to Watt Corner. I got a RU251 gameplay for you right here, taking the 251 on the Siegfried Line map during an assault on the attack side and working the edge of the battle. You're going to see RU251 is able to do some pretty good work, and I'm going to be working down here in the south, so we'll go ahead and get moving. Setup wise, we look pretty good. Pretty standard. Guys are going to be working the K line and then the A line. I did not mean to run into that guy, the 4190. That wasn't a good thing right there. Kind of got in each other's way. So I'm going to continue to move on in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to drive into this south area right here. So scouts work this K line and the A line are probably the two best primary areas for it. What I've got to do is I get down in the south is watch for them up in this southern part of the town shooting down potentially also their scouts. They have quite a few of them and their mediums pushing out and meeting me in this area. So let's see how that goes. Pushing in, I'll show you what I'm looking at as I'm driving the tank. I'm really paying attention to the mini map right now, and I've got my turret now back to free camera. Turret pointed towards the threat where I think it's going to come from. So now I see this Tiger 1's kind of out in the open. You're going to see some other guys get lit right in here. I'm kind of looking at him, thinking about maybe snapping. Now I notice I've got a T30, and interesting, he's kind of pushed down into this edge of this water, of this pond right here. Notice there's no arty, so that's maybe not a completely terrible idea. And you'll notice what he's doing a little bit later on. Show you what I'm looking at. All right, so I am trying to see if any of their scouts have dove into this low area here, which will protect them from fire from our guys up here because of the lower terrain elevation. I'm not seeing anything. I do notice the Tiger 2 there. The T-30 is still moving up in the middle. I've got a Tiger out in the open, a Panther 8.8, and oh-ho, that's quite a few guys, but they haven't really shown any indication that they're going to push hard down into the south, and we're starting to see some contact up in the north as well. So I'm going to actually push right in here, down into this low area, and I'm going to start working the bushes. Let's go to free camera. There's really only one that's useful. It's this one right here, right in front of me. I see the Tiger 2, I see the Tiger 1, and we got the T-30. So I think the T-30 is probably the priority. We need to get rid of this guy. So you'll see I start to work him. I'm going to work this bush, come up, take a shot. Now I'm going to bounce. I'm using heat. I've got a loadout for my tournament tank here, so I'm carrying quite a bit of heat on this one. I'm going to bounce the T-30. Lots of weird angles on the T-30, especially on the turret. Heat doesn't like the weird angles, so I'm going to end up getting a few bounces there. I am hanging out a little bit because every time I pop up, one of these guys here may get a shot on me, but I'm kind of paying attention to the turrets. The Tiger 2 doesn't seem interested. I'm not sure what the 46 cal is looking at. The Tiger 1 appears to be looking at these guys behind me, and now you can see that I've got quite a bit of help back here behind me. These guys are very busy shooting at them, and I'm going to be a more difficult target because I'm going to keep popping out here. Show what I'm looking at. I go down. I get lit because I just fired up there. I'm going to wait till I am no longer lit. I want to avoid kind of running into this medium here, but I'm going to pop up, take another shot, get another bad bounce off of a goofy angle. All right, Tiger 2's taking a hit, so he is engaged. Tiger 1, he's still 100%, and the T-30 is not touched yet. So I'm going to wait till I'm not lit anymore. I go dark. I'm going to continue to use this bush around the edge of the battle. We lost an 8.8 up there, but we've still got some help. And I'm going to see if I can get a shot on this T-30, and we put some damage on him. There you go. I'm still concerned about the Tiger 2, so I'm watching him. Looks like he's actually pointing at me right now, so I've got to be careful there. Tiger 1 is still hanging out in the middle, completely exposed. The 46 is lit again, and the oh-ho's in the edge there. Show you what I'm looking at. There we go. And I'm going to take another shot on the T-30, and that's one of the problems with the zoom mod. You can actually zoom so far in that you're not really seeing exactly where your pipper's pointed in that piece of terrain. I actually zoomed past that terrain probably and didn't notice it was in front of my gun. I'm lit again, so I'm going to wait till that goes away. There's no arty. So one thing about doing what I just did there with Artie, if I pull up into that bush, take a shot, and I pull back while I'm still lit and I stop waiting to go dark, they may just fire in there because I'm still lit to him. He doesn't need line of sight. So I may, if there was Artie, I needed to do a lot more wiggling, but since there wasn't Artie, I was able to do it that way. So I'm going to pop up here again. Take another shot on the T30. All right, now we're starting to whittle that guy down. He's at 70%. All right, that's good news. The Tiger 2 is dead, so I don't have to worry about him. The Tiger 1's kind of getting hammered. He's hiding. So we're actually starting to push them back a little bit. If you look at the rest of the map, they are engaged up in the north. There's a few guys moving into the middle. So overall, we're doing a pretty good job. We just need to keep, we being the south side here, keep pushing into these guys and taking pieces off of them. So I'm looking at this T30 again. He's busy. He's got lots of guys. Oh, look at that. Someone just shot at me. That K46 or M46 KR just shot at me. So now he's got, his attention is on me. He fired, so I'm just going to take a quick shot there and back right back out. Now, it looks to me here now that this T30 is tired of me, and he's interested in coming in here and taking me out. So here he comes. And maybe he's a little busy now. I'm going to look up here at this Tiger. Maybe I can get a shot. Not enough depression. What else we got? No, guys are all kind of behind things. And, oh, wow. Got lucky there. Ricochet from an M4190, which I have no idea where he is, but I got lucky and did not take the hit from him. Overall, we're doing all right. Not great, but all right. And this T30 is now kind of coming up. I'm going to go ahead and kill him. And now he is dead. All right, so now we can start working the right side. We kind of cleared out what they had in the middle. The Tiger 1, oh, just as I thought about shooting him, he disappeared. I'm going to see if I can get maybe some silhouettes on those guys. There's nothing there. There goes the 8.8. I'll take a snap, but miss. He's actually behind the rubble when I did that. And I'm going to start working up this road on the 0 line. Kind of go the long way. No reason to highlight myself on that edge. So I'm going to go all the way to the red line. Hey, there he is, M46 KR. So I can get up behind these bushes, but I am exposed on my left to the guys that are in the middle of the town. So I'm taking a bit of a chance here. We'll go ahead and take a shot on the 46 KR, and that's going to light me. Yep, he sees me now, but he's not looking at me. So I'm going to go in there and take one more shot. Now he's looking at me. And now I'm worried about getting hit from these guys. 8.8. And there's a shot. 46 KR missed me. Just my turret was popping up there, just the edge of it. I'm going to get in here and try to take a shot. And I'm hit by the 8.8, so he knows I'm there. I hang in there for my shot because I figure I could get out of there before the reload, which didn't happen. I'm going to get a shot on the 8.8. I know the IS-3's got him busy over there pretty soon, so I'm not too worried, and he's also moved back behind that rubble. And now I'm going to pay attention to this M46 KR. Still working the edge of the battle. Maybe I got a shot on the E75, but I won't. He backs up, and my turret was popping up. All right, so what you saw there was he saw me. I got lit. I just swung my pipper on him and snapped the shot off. I got lucky, obviously, that I even hit him and that I pinned him because it was just as likely to go into his mantlet as anything else. But that's a shot that you might as well take. You don't lose anything by doing it. And I was backing out anyway. Just shoot on the way out, and I got lucky there. The more of those shots you take, the more damage you'll do. Because eventually they will start to hit. The Bulldogs got him busy, so I'm going to actually push back in. It took me a little while to kind of realize what was going on there. I wasn't really sure where that Bulldog was. But once I finally realized that, I was able to push in. So I could have been moving earlier. The 75 is 100%, so he's hanging out over there. We've got a M4190 GF in the middle. There's an OHO way over there. Over here, there's a T34, and there's a 1390. And that's basically all they've got. So I know where all their tanks are, or pretty close to where they are. So I'm going to push in here. You'll see me take a snapshot. Show you what I'm doing with my gun. I'm going to take a snapshot on him. I miss. Oh, hey, look, there's the 1390. All right, so we got a 1390. They've got that 90 GF, more than likely dead. The E75 is going to be something to deal with a little bit later. The T34 is still alive. But what about this 1390? My question in my mind now is he reloaded? Well, you can sometimes tell because they'll get aggressive. I see him. Now he sees me. I'm going to shoot. Unfortunately, heat is going to be eaten by any kind of concrete or barrier or piece of whatever that's in your way. So even though I auto-aimed that guy, it shot right into that concrete, and it didn't happen. Had I loaded up AP, it might have gone through and potentially hit him. And so I'm thinking, well, is he reloaded? And I say to myself, yes, he must be, because here he comes, or he's very close to it. So I'm going to start playing Ring Around Rosie right here. I've got him auto-aimed. Take a shot. Got lucky. Oh, here he comes the other way. I'm getting help from my friends. I get a shot off. Luckily, I don't shoot any of the concrete. He hits me again. I don't want to take a third hit. So even though I'm pretty close to reload, he will reload faster with his clip for that next shot. So I'm just going to keep on backing up. So I got lucky there, and then he ends up dying. And I now look at it. We've got just the E75. The rest of the guys have been cleaned up. I'm going to go around this building because I don't know what he's looking at. I'd rather not get killed right there. People tend to try to kill low hit point tanks. So I'll come around here. I'm just going to clear out that piece of concrete because I know my heat's going to bounce off it anyway. I could have forced AP, but that was actually my last heat round. I just noticed that. So now I'm on to AP. I'm going to wait till he gives me some side armor, a little shot into him. Maybe I'll get another one, or not, and he's dead. Okay, so you saw me move in on the K line, pretty standard for an assault map with a scout on this, either working the A or the K line. It's nice to get in this little bowl because you can do some work as long as it doesn't get flooded by their scouts or mediums. And then I just worked from here on this ridge, pushing our way into from the south to the north, and then once I get into the back, start to help with the cleanup. And that is a pretty good example of how to work the edges in an RU. 2,943 hit point damage game, ended up winning. It all worked out, and we'll see you next time.